And my interest in having Dr. Canfield be a guest today is to talk about community, the sense of community, the community standard, and how vital that is in everything we do. In essence, the fabric of all of our efforts, municipal, educational, and what have you.
That's right. That's right. You know, it is kind of interesting because as I look at all of the various things that a school system is responsible for, I also believe it's critical that we give our young people, right from kindergarten right up through 12th grade, a sense of what community is really all about, what it really means to be part of a community, particularly a caring community, one that supports each other, young and old, where we all work together to achieve what's best, not only for the schools, but for the community at large.
If you don't mind, I did watch the school committee meeting the other night. I was quite amazed at the thoroughness of your 2020 vision.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary. And two words resonated extremely, profoundly with me, and that's community confidence. I'd like you to comment on community confidence.
Right. Well, it's interesting because part of what I felt I wanted to put out for the school committee and for the town of Sandwich was a sense of what was a reflection of my core values, what I believed would be important in order to move things forward for the schools and for the town. And among the core values was the recognition that building relational trust is critical. And I believe that's true in any kind of an organization. I know for everyone who's watching today that is involved in a workplace knows that you can only do your best work when there's a sense of trust that exists within that organization. So building relational trust and sustaining it over time is not only important within the organization, but when we're talking about a school system and its relationship with its community, it needs to be expanded upon. So the whole trust piece involves things like integrity, also a willingness to be open and listen to diverse opinions and diverse viewpoints. As I say, it's always easy to listen to those folks that are in agreement with you. It's a little more challenging when you disagree. Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, it's important that you listen honestly and sincerely and recognize that their dissenting viewpoint, if you pay close attention, may help you avoid going down the wrong road, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So I'm very mindful of those things, but I also know part of the relational trust piece is that people need to have confidence in the competency of those who are leading, whether they're leading because they've been hired to do that, is the case of a superintendent of schools. The school committee hired me to come here to do a job, and people have to have confidence in my competency, but they also have to have trust in the competency of those who lead as elected officials, whether it's school committee or the selectmen, that we are competent, and we know what we're doing, and our heart's in the right place to do the right thing for the community at large.